Alright, in this video I will be talking about my thoughts of the winner of the Pelicans-Lakers trade. So earlier today, Adrian Wojnarowski announced that the Pelicans had agreed to a deal for to trade Anthony Davis to the Los Angeles Lakers for Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and 3 first-round picks, including the number 4 pick in the 2019 draft. So let's get to the meat of the trade. So Anthony Davis is going to be a Laker. So what that means is LeBron finally has a second superstar. Does that put the Lakers into automatic contenders for the title? My opinion is yes, and I say yes because the Warriors have been knocked out. The West is completely wide open. You have, of course, the Nuggets, the number 2 seed Nuggets. You have, of course, the Warriors, who might as well, they're contenders. I mean, they got Steph Curry. Draymond will probably have Clay by the time the playoffs come. The Blazers are right up in there, and the Clippers, they have a sweet roster, and now they're probably going to land Kawhi, in my opinion. But yes, not to stray away too far, the Lakers are contenders. Now, let's focus a little bit on the Lakers before we get to how exciting I think the Pelicans will be. The Lakers, yes, I think they're automatic contenders, but also I think that they're in a lot of trouble after this year. I think LeBron has another year and a half left of being a top 3 player in the league. Davis, of course, will be on the team. But next year, I think, is their window. I think they have to win next year. And with the roster the way it's currently constructed, as you can see, they only have 6 players under contract. Everybody else is a free agent. Now, yes, they have a ton of cap space. I'm sure that they'll get a ton of free agents who want to play in LA with LeBron, with Anthony Davis, chance to play in LA and get a title. Obviously, that's a great destination. And obviously, this isn't their final roster, having Mo Wagner, Kyle Kuzma, Alex Caruso. They only have 7 players under contract, so they are pretty much golden for next year, considering they can basically sign any free agent, whether it be Jimmy Butler. They could get a ton of sign a ton of players to 1-year deals, 1-year $5 million deals. So they'll get a ton of help. So help is on the way. Lakers are contenders. But the thing is, you notice how this says 3 first-round draft picks. And then, let's look at this. So, LeBron is 34, coming on 35. The Lakers gave up 3 first-round picks, which I'm hearing aren't protected whatsoever, and the Pelicans basically have control over which picks they want over the next 7 years. So, if you're Anthony Davis, and you're still on the team, and it's 2021, 2022, and LeBron's could possibly retired, if not, probably not anywhere near as capable as he was the past 2-3 years. You're pretty much just back in the situation where you were when you were on the Pelicans. You're on a team that doesn't really have any room to grow. You're on a team that it's obviously a good destination. So I see why the Lakers did it in that sense, that now they can attract other stars to come with Davis in the future once LeBron's gone. But in the event that they can't, like they haven't been able to in the past 6-7 years, I think the Lakers are right back where they were once Kobe was aging. They have a superstar who will be getting a little bit older. He's still obviously young. I think Anthony Davis is 25. But like I said, they don't have any draft picks, so they have to depend solely on free agency just to get somebody to help Davis once LeBron is gone. Do I think that that's a possibility? Of course. I think that there's a high probability that they will get somebody to come with Anthony Davis. Now, let's shift over. So, do I think the Lakers, before I shift over, do I think the Lakers are 2019-2020 title threats? Yes, 100%. I could clearly see them contending. Do I think that they'll win it all? No, just because the West is still so wide open and it's only LeBron and Davis. But yes, I do think that they'll help. But if I had to say, I'd say no, I don't think that they'll win it all. But yes, I do think that they are clear contenders, and I would put them as a top 3 threat in the West with Denver, Golden State, and the Lakers. Denver, I probably, but not to be too biased, as you know, I'm a Nuggets fan. Now, let's get over to the Pelicans portion of the trade. My oh my, do I think New Orleans is going to be excited. I have one friend who was a Pelicans fan back when they drafted Davis, and he's stuck with the team once he heard that Davis wanted out. So I will give him brownie points. I won't call him a bandwagoner once that they won the lottery. But man, they just got even more exciting. Brandon Ingram. Well, let's start with Lonzo. Lonzo Ball going to the Pelicans. Previously, before they got Zion, I heard that Lonzo, if he was traded to New Orleans, would demand a trade and not play until he got to play there. Do I think Lonzo Ball will be playing on the Pelicans next year? Yes, I do. Solely because we have Zion. We have Zion Williams playing on the Pelicans in 2019-2020. So does that raise the credibility of New Orleans? 100%. Everybody and their mama is going to be wanting to watch the Pelicans next year because they have Zion and one of the more famous players in the league in Lonzo Ball for not being having accomplished much in the league. They also have a former number 2 pick in Brandon Ingram. Now the question is, will Ingram ever play again? I'm assuming yes, considering he was one of the main pieces in this trade. But he is having health issues, and I'm not sure what that status is. There's a big question mark over Brandon Ingram's name. If he can play, obviously he will be a huge asset to the team. He will be playing the 3 that they need, considering that E'Twaun Moore and Solomon Hill are the current 3 guards. He will bring great credibility to the Pelicans. Josh Hart is another nice piece in this trade. I'm sure that he was somebody that the Pelicans were gunning for, David Griffin, the GM. He is a part of the trade. He will probably be playing the 2 or a backup point guard role. I don't think he's that crucial to the trade, but a nice addition. And then the big part is 3 first-round draft picks. So, including the number 4 pick. So, let's say the Pelicans want that 3 pick and they want to pair RJ Barrett back with Zion to make him a little bit more happy. They can now have the buying power to do so with that pick. Also, let's say in the future the Pelicans are close to a title, but not close enough to be considered a title threat. They can use those picks to trade for help with Zion. Also, let's say Zion's in the same situation Davis is in. They can use those picks to help accompany him with players that he wants to play with. So, who do I think is the winner of this trade? Honestly, man, that's a tough one. I was going to say Pelicans before I made this video, but I do think the Lakers getting a 25-year-old superstar in Anthony Davis, 26-year-old superstar in Anthony Davis, will help them bring other talent to the team, which is something that they've been struggling with. They were going to get Paul George, but they didn't have somebody to pair him with. So they finally had that cog that will hopefully attract more talent. So the winner, I will say, is the Lakers, just because I think that they are clear title threats next year. And they finally have somebody to bring in more free agents in the future years. But also, I think that the Pelicans got exactly what they wanted. They have a new young core to pair and grow with Zion Williamson, and they got out of purgatory of having nobody on their team to play around a superstar, just like with Anthony Davis, other than Drew Holiday. So they have plenty of help. They have so much room to grow with all the draft picks and young talent they have coming in. I know that they're my number. As a Nuggets fan, I'm not even saying the Nuggets are the number 1 team I want to watch next year. I'm going to say the Pelicans are the number 1 team I want to watch next year. Just because they have so many question marks, so much ungrown talent. Zion Williamson, obviously the most transcendent player to come into the league since, ironically, Anthony Davis, maybe even LeBron, just as ironically. But aside from that, I will crown the Lakers the winner of that trade. And Anthony Davis is a Los Angeles Laker. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.